Good afternoon. On February 12th, the Democratic Party will be having their primary here in Virginia. This is less than a week away, but before you reach the polls and cast your vote for a candidate, I urge you to please educate yourself about each candidate. You owe it to your friends, your family, and even yourself to educate yourself and find the candidate that best fits you. It is my hope that by educating yourself, you find the candidate that fits you based on his stance or her stance and facts, not on hearsay or political squabbling you hear on TV and the news. Today I'm going to talk about Barack Obama and his chance for presidency of the United States. First, on education. Currently in this country we have the No Child Left Behind policy, which Barack Obama does not agree with and would like to see changed. He disagrees with this policy because it has created a program in the system where education is based on test taking, and therefore the teachers are teaching to the test, not to general education requirements. Obama wants to change this program to make it so teaching is based on education, not on how the tests are formatted. One of his goals to do this is to re-include non-academic programs into the curriculum, such as art and music, because these two together help form a well-rounded individual and better members of society for our children. Obama understands the need for these programs in our schools and would like to see a better and more wholesome education for them. Secondly, he's not for the immediate removal of troops from Iraq. He does support, however, the progression of removal of troops within 16 months of reaching office. He understands that it is a volatile situation in Iraq and nothing can be done very too hastily. He wants to return to a diplomacy-first strategy, not a combat-based strategy that currently has not been working for the past few years. His next step is to reform the tax policy of the United States. He wants to raise corporate taxes to pay for the current tax programs that are supported by the Bush administration. He wants to see the wealth of America paying for these programs, not the low-income people who need this money to survive. He also plans on letting some of these tax cuts that Bush has introduced expire come their deadlines, and again to raise taxes on the wealthier people to help pay for those remaining programs. And finally, he also favors an $80 billion tax break for mainly lower-income workers and senior citizens to help pay off the previous policies of our government that they did not benefit from. Another issue he supports is guaranteed eligibility of health care for all American children. He wants to make sure that no child in any circumstance is left behind medically or educationally. He also wants to see universal coverage of Americans by requiring employers to share the costs of insuring their workers, and also for them to offer plans to their workers that are similar to plans offered by the federal government to their employees. He believes this would become a more efficient system and would allow for greater Americans to have health insurance. Again, this plan would call for a raise in taxes, but by the wealthiest to pay this offset of cost. In conclusion, I think it's time Americans are ready for a change. As a fellow American citizen, I would like to call you to support Barack Obama in his goal for presidency, to change the nation from the failed politics and rhetoric that have convoluted the effectiveness of our government today. This is one of the major reasons I support Barack Obama and his enduring vision of hope for our nation's future. He envisions a unified America while his opponents only see red states and blue states. In the recent Super Tuesday primary election, Obama has shown he has the ability, with your help, to first win the Democratic nomination and then the office of presidency. Finally, in Obama's own words, I'm asking you to believe not just in my ability to bring about the real change in Washington, but I'm asking you to believe in your own.